Started.
We live?
Greetings and welcome to Pirate Nation. My name is Kevin Williams. I'm the Director of Undergraduate Programs here in the College of Business, and we are excited to have you with us today. We've got some information that we'd love to share with you. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to jump right into it to make sure that I'm very respectful of everyone's time. I can't tell you guys how excited we are to have you here. You are going to be joining a family in the College of Business that cares just as much about your student success as they do your growth as an individual. So again, we're very excited to have you. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the Dean of the College of Business, Dr. Paul Schwager. Dr. Schwager?
Thanks, Kevin. I want to first welcome everyone here. As Kevin mentioned, I'm Paul Schwager. I'm Dean of the College. If we were in person over in our Science and Technology building, there would be a group of about 20 or 30 of us from the college there to greet you. And so we're sad that we're not doing this face-to-face and getting to be with you in person, but we're excited to be able to talk to you today virtually. And in the room would be faculty and staff talking to you about their chosen disciplines, talking about how they're here to help you. And I think one thing that might be of interest to you is while I'm Dean of the College of Business, I'm also a faculty member in MIS, I'm also the proud father of 2 College of Business graduates, both of which are employed, both of which own their own homes, and both of which are doing quite well. So for the parents out there, you'll relate to the old commercial. I'm not just the hair club president, I'm also a client. And so I believe in what we're doing, and I know the impact that it can make. And I think that you're making a great choice to join us here in the College of Business. If you were here, you'd come up off of the 3rd floor and you'd see our Student Technology Center right in front of you, and you'd see 4 words: think, value, communicate, and lead. Those words are very important to us. Those are our learning goals. Each of our classes strives to help you as you think, whether that be through your business domain knowledge or your critical thinking, that you create some values, that you refine your values in, and what we like to call the EDGE perspective: ethics, diversity, globalization, and the environment. And we see a lot of these things playing out right now as we have discussions. And so to know where you stand on different issues and to know how you're going to help organizations advance in all those issues. Communicate. You can have the best ideas in the world. If you can't communicate, you can't make it happen. And the final point is to lead. We believe that we build leaders, and everything we do is around creating leaders. And so this goes to our purpose, in that we build leaders who inspire, innovate, create, and positively impact society. And so are we saying everybody's going to be a CEO someday? No, but when you go to your organization and you serve in a management role or even a followership role, you know how to lead, you know how to get things done, you know how to move a group forward. And we also want to be the business school where students choose because they want to refine their leadership skills. They want to be better leaders. They don't want to just settle for doing things as we've always done them. So we like to be innovative. And then we take our mission. There are some key parts here. First is the engaged learning environment. Even last semester, as we pivoted to online, we already have a huge online presence. We've got an MBA program with about 800 students in it, the majority of them taking it online. So we know how to engage online, and we enjoy engaging face-to-face. On the 3rd floor of the Bake building, you'd see our problem-based learning classrooms, where we really work at engaging and helping you learn through an engaged learning experience. And we're also big on, sorry, back one, Brad. And sorry, the other part is expanding business knowledge. We want you to come out as business people, but our faculty are also doing that behind the scenes. They're outstanding researchers or leaders in their field, leading professional organizations. And then we see those 4 elements again: think, value, communicate, and lead. Thanks, Brad. Next slide. You'll also hear people talking about this idea of finish in 4. And if we were, again, face-to-face, I'd ask the audience, what does that mean? Why do you want to do it? Well, there are several reasons to do it. If you finish in 4, you've maximized your time in college, you've enjoyed the college experience, but you've also minimized student debt, which has become a serious issue in our country. You've also gotten yourself started in your career sooner, which will put you forward for progression sooner, start building your retirement account, et cetera, much sooner. We also want you to consider possibly while you're in school, maybe you stick around for a 5th year. And so we've got multiple programs. We've got an MBA, as I pointed out earlier. If you're a member of Beta Gamma Sigma, which is our National Honor Society, you skip the GMAT, you skip everything, and you can move right into an MBA. So with 1 extra year, you can graduate with your BS degree or BSBA as well as an MBA. And then we also have several MS degrees. We've got an MS in accounting and an MS in sustainable tourism. And so how do you do this? First, you make your academics a priority. And notice I use the word a priority. The college experience is about academics and other things. And so we want you to do other things outside the classroom. But as my daughter did this week, she's starting in the MBA program on Thursday. She got her syllabus from her faculty member, and she's already put it down in her calendar when things are due, where she has to prepare for things. And so make it a priority, plan it out. Take at least 30 credit hours each year. It takes 120 to graduate. And so if you take 30 each year, also be strategic with this. My daughter did this really well. Several summers, she went to a local community college to take a single class that filled a gap and helped her finish. She actually changed majors midway through, so it took her a hair longer, but it was being strategic in what she did to make it a difference. Also, one of the things that we miss about not doing this face-to-face is we have the best team of advisors in the College of Business. I firmly believe that they're incredible people. And when you meet them, you'll know that they're dedicated to your success. But meet with them regularly. Seek their assistance. When you run into something, don't wait a month or 2 before contacting. Fire off an email. If you know, do I drop this class? Don't I drop this class? How do I deal with this issue? They're just incredible people that are here for your success. And then conduct all your academic and business related tasks on time. So when you're given the opportunity to register for classes, register for classes. If you've got a hold because you have a parking ticket, take care of that. You know, just make sure you keep things moving forward. And check your email daily. Yes, there'll be emails. Every morning I delete 20, 30 emails, sometimes more. But there are some that I need to act on. So check it regularly. Make sure you at least scan it if there's something you need to act on, and you act on it. So that doesn't slow you down. And then here in the College of Business, we are a large college of business. Between our undergraduate and graduate programs, we've got over 5,000 students. So what we've done is, and students will always tell me this at graduation, it's amazing how big we are, yet how small we feel. And that's because we've been strategic about how we work and how we make students a priority. So starting at the top, we've got Richard O'Dore, who's a communications coach. If we were face-to-face, I'd ask how many people like presentations. Most of us will say no, and people are shocked to find out that in college I was an extreme introvert. But college helped me to refine presentation skills, made me more comfortable, and now I'm much better at some of these things. Well, Richard's a great coach if you're really concerned about presentations, or you need help on a resume, or you're working on something. He's here to help you, and he's fantastic at that. We also have career advisors, and so this is important to us. Ideally, you'd get an internship while you're here at ECU, and so we've got people to help you with that. We also will have practice interviews. They've been great. And again, my daughter is perfect, a perfect example here. She was in another major across campus, and I got that dreaded text message from her. Dad, I'm sitting in this class, and I really can't see myself doing this the rest of my life. And so I could give her some insights, but instead I had her sit down for a little while with one of our career advisors, and they were able to help her identify that HR was an industry she should consider. And she's in her second job in HR, and she absolutely loves it, and she's really good at it. We also have student mentors. And so our student mentors are great because they're just a little bit ahead of you. They've seen things your way, and sometimes you don't want to talk to a faculty member or a staff member. And so you'll get a chance to interact with our peer mentors, great people. And then our faculty are really down to earth. They're here for you. Watching as we've reacted to this pandemic, some of the things they've done to help students has just been fantastic. You might have seen one of our faculty members, Doug Snyder, in accounting. It was a little after 11. He was in his office, and he got a text from some students that were studying for his exam. And they said, Dr. Snyder, what do we do? Or I think it was an email. What do we do about this? And so Dr. Snyder left his office and met them in the middle of the night in the library to help them. And so one of them did a snap of that and posted it, and that went viral. And then, as I mentioned, academic advisors. We have the best advising team, I think, on campus, and I would argue in the state. And they really are here for you. And even if they don't have the question, you're not going to hear, well, I have no clue. they will say, I'll find out, or I'll find out someone who can help you. So this is all revolving around you. Then other things, a lot of people like external recognition, and we do like everybody else. And so we get external recognition all the time for different things we're doing. What I've really liked about ECU, I've been here since 2003, is that we're really understanding who we are and how we are the best at being ECU. And so we embrace that, and we like to talk about external recognition. But even more importantly, we like to talk about our points of pride, which if you look at each of these have to do with our people. And so we have multiple certifications that you can get while you're here. One of which everyone who takes the BSBA will get is the BB&T Emerging Leaders Program. And we're the only school that's authorized by BB&T, now Truist, but it's going to be BB&T for a while, at least in North Carolina, or so I'm told. We're the only school that's been authorized to deliver that content online. And so we're very proud of this partnership with BB&T, and there's some great opportunities. Students are involved in hundreds of thousands of hours of consulting opportunities, working with real businesses. When we go to competitions, we regularly place first, second, or third. Our SBI is proud of saying in the last 10 years, I think 9 of the last 10 years, they've either been in first, second, or third place. But then our faculty are winning awards, from research awards to teaching awards. We've got several faculty members in the college that have won the UNC System Level Board of Governors Award. And then a thing that we don't often see, we have multiple faculty members that are editors of prestigious journals, which helps with our reputation in the academic community. And we do this by being very strategic. And so you'll find as you're in the college that you'll be taught by professors, you'll be taught by full-time faculty members, not by graduate assistants. And I like that because a professor is here for you. I was a graduate assistant when I was doing my PhD at Auburn, and I think I did a really good job. But if I had a choice between preparing for my own class or helping a student, oftentimes I always help the student, so don't get me wrong. But sometimes it was how do I help them quickly as opposed to the most effective way through. We also have great alumni support. Now here's a picture of Kevin Monroe, who sits on our Business Advisory Council. He's also a VP at Cap Trust, and he's also, you'll hear him on Saturdays providing the commentary for our football team. He's a former, and this is where I would ask Brad every time, I believe he was a defensive back, but he's just a super guy. You'll see him on campus regularly, but you'll see our alumni on campus speaking to your classes, interacting with you in networking events. And then we also work very strategically, the bottom part, to keep our classes where it's important small. Now, our business law courses are fairly large because you've got to learn terms and things there, and that's the way that course can be delivered well. But when you get into your major, and especially your senior level courses, you'll find most of your classes under 25, which enables for a good group interaction, which enables for you to do a lot of things that need to get done. And so we believe that those 3 points are important for quality academics. And then another nice thing, and this, my son is an excellent example here. He came in thinking he wanted to be like his Uncle Mike. And Mike has been in the cell phone industry for about 20 years. And now he's a regional director for a company managing the whole Southeast. And he thought, I want to drive a BMW like Uncle Mike, so management is for me. But then as he was working his way through the program, he realized, hey, I'm really good at technology. So he ended up going the MIS route. And now he's a blockchain consultant working with a firm out of the Netherlands, addressing some issues with thoroughbred horses. And so working from his home and absolutely loving it. And he was prepared for that because he had a business degree with technology. And so you can do everything from accounting to finance. So the first group down before hospitality are all of our BA program, and they share a common core. Then we have hospitality management and entrepreneurship. And there's a lot of similarities. And if you work with your advisors from day one, they'll make sure that you have as many possibilities as you finish. So if you need to change course middle of your sophomore year because you've learned that accounting's not for you, finance is, or finance is not for you, accounting is, you can make that pivot. Or all of a sudden you realize that supply chain management really is something pretty exciting for you. The advisors can help you make that pivot. And so we really do offer you an opportunity to really learn who you are, what makes you happy. In addition, we like to say we build leaders. And that's at the heart of what we do. And how do we do this? We do this through teamwork. And I always laugh at this teamwork because at graduation, I'll talk to students and I'll say, what did you dislike about the program? And they'll say, oh, all the teamwork. And then when I talk to all the employers, I'll say, what do you want from our students? And they'll say, more teamwork. And so teamwork is critical for your future success. You'll see it in multiple classes because we know if you can learn how to work in a team now, it'll benefit you later. We also make sure you present and you present and then you present some more, because your ability to present your ideas in a spoken manner will make a big difference. We also work hard to bring in leaders. The gentleman that is pictured here is the director of Kennedy Space Center. And so they'll come in. We've got a leadership conference where you'll hear from them. We'll bring them in your classes. We'll create other opportunities. And so we want you not just to hear from us, but to hear from people who have actually gone before us. And so the programs fits with that. Also hard work. And so this young man achieved his degree, and we actually awarded a degree to his dog because his dog was in class with him every day. He had lots of things to overcome, and he made it happen. And you'll work hard, and we'll work hard along with you. And then we also believe that we need to practice it. So there'll be lots of opportunities for you to engage with industry, to engage with local nonprofits, and ways that we can give back to our community. And so you'll get to practice what we teach. But this doesn't happen unless you're engaged. And so what I like best about ECU is that we have so many offerings, but it's easy to just sort of, we don't want students who go to class and then go right back to their dorm room. We want students who are going to be engaged. And so lots of ways for you to engage, whether that's be some of the trips that will occur over your 4 years here, whether that be the leadership conference, which is there, the community engagement process. We try to, again, be an engaged learning environment. And what do you need to do to have this engagement? First, study smart. Quote my son here, his freshman year, he said, Dad, I wished I would have studied harder in high school, not because I needed it in high school, but I need it in college. And so be smart about how you study. Set time aside. Make sure you set up your environment. Take the time to meet people. Join campus organizations and club sports. There are literally hundreds of campus organizations and club sports for you to engage in. Form study groups. I look back at my career in my undergraduate and my other degrees. There were key people, some of which I still keep in touch with, that really helped me get through the programs. Get an internship. Can't talk about that enough. We're working hard to provide more internships, but with 4,000 undergraduates, we don't have 4,000 internships here in Greenville. But think about, who does your mom know? Who does your dad know? Who does your best friend know? Is there an opportunity for you to shadow someone? Be thinking about that, and we can help facilitate that progress. And then hopefully during your career here, there'll be multiple opportunities. One of the things we started last year was for study abroad to have 1-week trips over breaks. And so there should be some opportunities for you to study abroad. Think about that, start setting aside some money. And then actually for some of our summer study abroad, because of the tuition that would be involved, and if you can get out of your rent here in Greenville, it can actually be very cost effective. And so we work very hard to make those opportunities available to you. And then I can't say this enough too, the professors are here for you. Because at the end of the day, we want you to capture your horizon. And so I remember clearly, I had a young lady come to me in my MIS class, and she said to me, Dr. Schwager, I like computers, but not enough to do this the rest of my life. And so I started talking with her, and I found out that she just loved working with people. And as I started talking to her about sales, she said, you know, I really could see myself doing that. And so I brought her to one of her marketing professors, who then helped her, and she switched majors to marketing. And I saw her a year later when she graduated, and she graduated with a degree in marketing, and she's now being successful, because at the end of the day, we're here for you, and we want you to capture your horizon. So now I'll turn it over to Kevin. And I'll also point this out as we switch. We're very active on social media. And so if you go to business.ecu/connect, we have links to whatever social media you're on, and that's a good way to engage with us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Schwager. I'm working on getting this video switched over for everybody. Okay. Give me just a second. We're going to overcome any technical issues we may have, and we're going to make this work. Here we go. Okay, so I want to go over just a couple of dates with you, and give me just one more second. Get my PowerPoint back up. Okay, perfect. So I just want to remind everyone, we do have some upcoming live sessions, and the very next session's actually today at 2 o'clock. So I invite you to come and join the Student Success Panel. You'll get to hear from people who work in the services that Dr. Schwager was referring to, and there'll be some time for some Q&A in that session. So I encourage you to join the session at 2 o'clock. We have some other upcoming sessions as well. Tomorrow evening, we'll be doing a session on our College of Business Living Learning Community. And then later in July, on the 7th, we'll be doing a full session on our BSBA, so you can kind of get some more insight into what's available in that program. On July 9th, we'll do a session on hospitality management. And then on the 14th, we'll have a session on the Miller School of Entrepreneurship. So I will put this page back up towards the end of the session, but I've got a short link down at the bottom for you. If you go to your address bar in a browser and just type bit.ly/ECU COB live, it will bring you straight to the page on our homepage that has all of the event listings, information about the events, and then the links that you need to actually join those events. So again, I am the Director of Undergraduate Programs, and I want to take just a few minutes to kind of talk to you about the services that we provide, some of the services and the programs that we provide to our students, and then kind of give you an overview of all of our majors. Again, you'll get much more detail at the sessions coming up in July, but just so you kind of have an idea of what kind of majors we offer in our college, we'll cover those as well. We have a center in our college called the Center for Student Success, and it's basically comprised of 4 different areas. The first you see is undergraduate programs. We're going to go into a little more detail about what that is and what it entails in just a moment. Also in the Center for Student Success is the College of Business Career Center. It is unique to College of Business students. We're one of the very few colleges on this campus that actually offers career services to students just in our major. All the other majors on campus share the main career center over on 5th Street. So College of Business students have access to career counselors that work with companies who want to hire business majors. They work with, they make connections out in industry, people that want to hire interns that are business majors or in the College of Business. So again, one of the very few colleges on this campus that has that service internal, and we just service our College of Business students through our Career Center. Also, part of the Center for Student Success is the Business Communication Center, and they're here to help you with your communication skills. So if you have a presentation coming up in a class, you can schedule an appointment with them. You can do kind of a mock presentation to them. They can give you pointers, tips, and feedback and things that you can do to improve the communication skills that you have. They're also integrated into some of our classes, so you may find them sitting in on group presentations in classes, and in some instances even helping with grading of those presentations. So they're here again to help you improve your communication skills. And then finally, the last part of the Center for Student Success is our Graduate Programs Office. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, this man is crazy. I haven't taken my first undergraduate course yet, and here he is talking to me about graduate school. Dean Schwager alluded to this earlier, but I want you to consider, if you have any aspirations to earn an MBA or an MSA, or to go into our Masters in Sustainable Tourism, some of the classes you'll take in your very first semester will actually waive courses in those graduate programs. So take our MBA for an example. If you are an undergraduate business major and you do well enough in certain courses, you can waive up to 21 hours of our MBA program. It's only a 54-hour program. So you can cut it down to 33 hours and you can complete that in essentially a calendar year. So if you've got any aspirations to go to graduate school, I want you to be taking the classes you're taking as an undergraduate seriously, because it can help shorten your time and save you money when it comes to graduate school. So undergraduate programs, the program that I feel is really most important and the one that we put the most at the forefront is our academic advising. And we've got, and Paul again alluded to this, we have an amazing team of academic advisors, and just like Dean Schwager said, I would put them up definitely against anyone on campus, but Also, probably against any team of advisors in the state. They're knowledgeable. They're going to work with you to help you create degree plans. They're going to help you make smart decisions when you're registering for classes. And they're going to be there really for help with anything that you need that is education related. I'm going to introduce you or show you who those people are in just a minute, but we run a lot of programs out of that office as well. And you see COB Living Learning Community, the College of Business Living Learning Community is actually housed out of the Advising Center. One of our academic advisors runs that. And again, we do still have some seats open. We found out yesterday, because of the shortened time frame for fall and the early start, that they need names by Friday morning. I've got Melissa's contact information down at the bottom of the page. If it's something that you're considering, then I encourage you to go ahead and reach out to her now. Her email address is bowersme18@ecu.edu. And then again, if you're going to be considering that or you want more information, we do have a session on our Living Learning Community tomorrow evening from 6 to 7. So tune in for that as well. Undergraduate programs also houses our peer mentor program. And essentially, this is a group of students who have excelled in our college. They've done the things they need to do to be successful academically. They've done the things they need to do to be successful socially. They're heavily involved in activities on campus and in the community, and they are wonderful resources for incoming students in the College of Business. They actually keep office hours in our advising center. Students, you can make appointments with them. Sometimes there may be a question you have where you don't want to ask someone like me who's got gray in his beard, someone older, right? You would rather ask someone who's more of your peer. So we make them available to you. You'll hear from them regularly throughout the semester. They do all kinds of presentations to help you be successful while you're here at ECU and in the College of Business. We run other kinds of programs as well, such as Taking Care of Business, and it's a program designed to really help you nail down what area of hospitality you might be interested in, or what area in the business major makes the most sense for you. What does it mean to be an accountant? How much money can I make as a finance major when I graduate? What is MIS? Right, so these programs are designed around helping you make informed decisions about what you want your major to be. So be on the lookout. That one will be coming at you in the fall, and others that are similar will be coming at you as well. Also housed in undergraduate programs is our recovery program. And students, I know that none of you are going to be in a situation where you need this, but if something happens and you are, this basically is a safety net for students in our college. It is designed to kind of catch you before the university starts to say, okay, you're in academic difficulty with the university. So it's a stopgap essentially. We want to catch you before you get to a point where you're in trouble in academic standing with the university. So one of the very few colleges on this campus that has that kind of program internally. Also, all of our academic advisors teach a section of COAD 1000 every fall. And for those of you who are not aware of what that is, essentially it is an introduction to the university and how to be successful in college. So they're going to give you skills that you need to be successful as a student, how to read a textbook and figure out what's most important, how to study for a midterm, how to prepare for final exams, things along those lines, and then also give you exposure to the services and the resources that are available to you on this campus as a student, all of which are put in place to help you be successful while you're here. If you don't have that on your schedule your very first semester, I highly recommend that you get yourself added to that class. Again, there are sections of COAD 1000 and it's listed in banner under Counselor Education. It's almost hiding from you, but if you search Counselor Education, course number is 1000, and then if you pay attention to the titles, you'll see sections that say business. And as a business major, you're able to add those to your schedule. If you have trouble, certainly reach out to your academic advisor. Let them know and we'll help you get a seat in that course. And then we'll run all kinds of social events throughout the semester. Essentially, we want to help you get connected with other like-minded students, other students in our college. And then more importantly, we want to get you connected with our faculty outside of the classroom. Our faculty are such a tremendous resource for you. A lot of them have industry experience. They know their subject areas very well. And there's really not a better person on this campus to ask questions like, well, what do I do as an accountant? Or what do I need to get involved with in the hospitality industry if I want to do this or that? So we want to get you connected with our faculty. You'll be connected with them in the classroom, but we want you connected with them outside of the classroom as well. So there'll be social events that will come at you throughout the fall and spring that you certainly want to take part in. So just to introduce you to our staff, you see me up in the top left. This is our advising team. So again, best advisors on campus. They have an abundance of knowledge. They know the academic rules and regulations that you as a student have to follow, and they can help you navigate this sea of information that's coming at you all at once. So anytime you have questions about anything, we want you to know we're almost considered a one-stop shop, right? Even if you're not sure that we're the right people to ask, we want you to ask us anyway. We've got connections all around campus. If we can answer your question, we'll answer it. If we can't, we will get you in contact with the person that can give you an answer and get you the information that you need. Working with your academic advisors, there are certain expectations. There are certain expectations from you, things that you'll get from your academic advisor, and your academic advisor is going to have certain expectations of you as a student. So you're going to expect timely and accurate information from your advisor, and they're going to give you that. You see there, they're going to make referrals when necessary. And again, they're very knowledgeable about campus policies and procedures, and they can help you, again, navigate all of this new information that's coming at you now as an ECU student. On your side, your advisor is first going to expect you to know who they are and how to get in touch with them. So if you need something, the very first step of contacting your advisor is knowing who they are, knowing how to get in touch with them, where their office is located, when you can see them, how to schedule an appointment, all that kind of stuff. They're going to expect that you check your ECU email on a regular basis. And like Dean Schwager said, don't just look at it and don't do anything with it. If you get an email from your advisor, it's likely information that is very important for you. So when you get that kind of email from your advisor, act on it. Do whatever it is the email tells you to do. They're going to expect that you have some sort of understanding of your degree requirements. You know how to utilize a catalog, you know how to navigate our website and use the systems at ECU. When you have a meeting with your advisor, they're going to expect you to come prepared. Make a note of some questions. Have an idea of what classes you may want to take the following semester. Meetings with your advisor are much more productive if you participate in those meetings, right? You want to take it as an opportunity to get to know your advisor. Let them get to know you. The more they know about you as a student and as an individual, the more they can help you develop that degree plan that's going to play to your strengths. If you're really strong in math, we can help you figure out a way to work through our declaration requirements better. If math is not your strong suit, we can help you figure out a way to space those courses out so the more difficult courses for you are not all coming at you at once. So make that connection with your advisor as well. You need to be meeting with your advisor no less than once a semester to prepare for registration, but we'd really like for you to meet with us more often than that. So anytime you've got a question about anything, your advisor is available via email. The Advising Center usually has advisors on walk-ins for emergencies. You're able to schedule an appointment without calling us or emailing us. You can do it on your own through PowerPort. So build that relationship with your advisor. So I kind of just want to give you an overview of all the majors we have available to you in the College of Business. And it truly is, we truly are a place that really has something for everyone. So regardless of your interests, we have a home for you in our college. 3 different majors, our BSBA, our Bachelor of Business Administration. We have a Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, and we have a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. So I'm going to give you kind of just a brief overview of all 3 of those majors, just so you know what kinds of areas that they all entail. So first, the BSBA, the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. So it's a 120-hour program, and it has 9 different concentration options. And you see those listed over there: accounting, finance, risk management, insurance, management, human resources, international business, marketing, management information systems, and supply chain management. And all of these areas share a common core and a common set of general education requirements. And you heard again, Dean Schwager alluded to this, but what that does for you is gives you flexibility in the BSBA. So if you come in as an accounting major, maybe you take your first accounting class and you say, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not a fan of accounting. I heard in my management class that I can get involved in HR, and I think I'm a people person. I want to do human resources management. You can switch and not lose any time. And that's really going to be true at least until you start your junior year. And then in some instances, even a little bit later than that. So, take advantage of those programs, again, that we offer. We're going to help you make the decision about what area of business you want to be in. But know that there's flexibility to kind of move in between our different concentrations. And you'll have an opportunity in our core to take a finance class before you have to decide, okay, I want to choose finance as my concentration, or to take a marketing class and decide I want to be marketing, or MIS. So you'll have some exposure to all of the different areas before you have to make that decision. We are a large college of business, 4,200 strong undergraduates, and that brings a lot of benefits your way as a student. You see over here it says flexible course scheduling and course availability. We don't have 2 or 3 sections of our classes. In some instances, we have 15 or even 20 sections of a class. So if you're a student athlete and you need your afternoons free for practice, we can accommodate a schedule where your classes fall in the morning. If you have an internship that runs the first half of the day from 8 to 12 every day and you need your courses in the afternoon, we can accommodate that kind of schedule as well. The BSBA does not have a language requirement. And if we were in person, I'd pause here to listen to the cheers. I may have heard some out my window coming from you guys across the state. It has no language requirement unless you're doing international business. So if you're an international business major, you'll want to get in touch with your advisor sooner rather than later. Let them know you're an international business major. They'll help you start to identify what world region you want to study in, where you want to go to study abroad, and really more importantly, which language you need to start learning. That's not super urgent right now, but when you arrive to campus in the fall, you're really going to want to have that kind of meeting with your advisor, especially if you're an international business major. And then the BSBA also does not require a minor. Now you're free to add a minor if you'd like to. Most minors are anywhere from 18 to 24 or even 30 hours, so it may add a little bit of time for you to add a minor. But all of the minor courses actually fulfill elective requirements for your major as well. So it wouldn't add too much time. And what a lot of our students do is what we call a double concentration. So you may be an accounting major and there's some overlap. There's a couple of accounting courses that actually count in our finance concentration. So in just 12 extra hours, and I say extra, but they're really not because those hours can count towards your electives. But in just 12 more hours, 12 hours of finance courses, you can earn your BSBA with concentrations in accounting and in finance. So have those kinds of conversations with your advisor. If you're thinking minor right now, I strongly encourage you to look at the double concentration option. It usually takes a little bit less time. And in some instances, it doesn't take you any extra time at all to complete that minor. We do have a live event for the BSBA. It's July 7th, 6 to 7. And again, if you go to that link, you'll find all the information you need to join that session on July 7th. So our next program is our Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, also a 120-hour program, and offers you 3 different concentration options, all of which do share that same common core, or between the hospitality majors. They share a common core and a common set of general education requirements. So if you haven't decided if you wanted to get into conventions or into food and beverage management, or if you want to go into lodging and hotel management, that's okay. You don't have to decide that right now. You have the same flexibility in this major to kind of bounce between concentrations until you find the right spot. Now, this major does require 200 hours of field experience. So there's a course that you'll take in this major that's going to require that you have completed or are completing 200 hours of field experience, which essentially means you're going to go out, you're going to get a job, and you're going to accumulate 200 hours of work experience in the hospitality industry by the time you finish that course. They also require a true 400-hour internship, and a lot of our students will go off and do those over the summer. So if you think about it, summers generally are about 10 weeks of classes. If you do 10 weeks, 40 hours a week for 10 weeks, so it's a full-time job for 10 weeks. Our students go to Disney, they go work at hotels, they go work with small businesses that do special events and wedding planning, all kinds of opportunities out there for internships, for hospitality, but also in the BSBA and in our Miller School of Entrepreneurship as well. And we do have a person in our college whose title, her job title is Internship Coordinator. So we have someone to help you go out and get started finding those internships. The Bachelor of Science in Hospitality also has no language requirement, and it doesn't have a minor requirement, but it pairs really well with the Business Administration minor. Most of the Business Administration minor courses are built into that curriculum. So really with just a couple of extra courses, you can earn your business minor. So it's something that your advisor is likely going to encourage you to do as a hospitality management major. We do have a live event schedule for this major with much more information. It's on July 9th from 6 to 7 p.m. So please come and join us for that. And then finally, we have a Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. So this is a hands-on major, really emphasizes experiential learning. They've got tons of partnership out in the industry. So you're going to work with a lot of small businesses in this program. They're going to focus heavily on innovation and entrepreneurship. It's a 120-hour program. It does require you either earn a minor, a certificate of some sort, or a set of courses in a specialty area, essentially, which relate to your entrepreneurial idea. It is a program that has competitive admissions, so they're only going to admit about 50 to 75 students per year. And when you go to submit your application to the Miller School, they're going to look at your academics, and they care about your academics, but they're going to care just as much about your entrepreneurial focus. What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your business plan? How do you plan on making this happen? So they're going to ask you those kinds of questions, and that's going to play into your admission into this program just as much as the academic side is going to play into that. They're going to encourage you to get involved in their programs, the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge, which is a campus-wide challenge. For the past couple of years, they've had representation from every single college on this campus enter the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge. So they're going to encourage you to be involved with that. They may encourage you to be part of a team that goes to pursue the Holt Prize. They're going to ask for you to be involved in our CRISP Small Business Resource Center, but know that it is a program that is competitive to get in. There's a session coming up on July 14th from 6 to 7 p.m. Dr. Harris will be there, and he's going to cover that in much more detail for you that evening. And then in our college, we do offer a couple of minors and a couple of certificates. So we offer a minor in business administration, and it is designed to be a complement to any major on this campus. So regardless of your major and your career aspirations, regardless of the kind of work that you want to do, when you graduate and you go and get your first job, odds are you will be working for a business. And the business administration minor is going to give you a broad overview of the business world, and it's going to teach you to relate how what you do in that business affects the bottom line, and how information travels throughout a business, and what kind of technology is used to make your job easier, to make everyone around you's job easier. So the business administration minor is designed to complement any major on campus. The hospitality management minor is 30 credit hours, and it's designed to give you a broad overview of the hospitality industry. So if you want to get involved in that industry, maybe not as a hospitality leader, but your job in some way relates to that industry, this will be a wonderful minor to pick up. It's going to give you some insight again on how what you do affects that industry. So I encourage you to check both of those minors out if you're not going to be a business major or hospitality major. And then also our college offers 2 certificate programs. So the first you see is professional selling, 15 credit hours, 5 classes. It can be attached to any major on this campus, including business or hospitality or entrepreneurship. And of course, it's good for people who want to get involved in sales. In fact, a lot of our marketing majors can earn this certificate without any extra courses. A lot of these certificate courses fall into the concentration. So a lot of our marketing majors pick the certificate up because they want to get involved in sales. But it's not all about how to sell a product or a service. They're going to talk to you about how to sell yourself, right? 4 years from now, you'll be sitting in an office having a job interview, right? And what you're doing during that job interview is trying to sell yourself. They're going to talk to you about the idea of entrepreneurship. How do you sell your ideas within your company? If you've got an idea that will be a quality of life improvement to everyone, how do you sell that to upper management? How do you get them to buy into whatever it is you're thinking about trying to do? So it's a great certificate really for everyone, not just for people who want to go into sales. And then of course we have a certificate out of our Miller School. It's a certificate in entrepreneurship. And it's only 12 credit hours, 4 classes, and it's designed to give you a foundation of entrepreneurship. So maybe you want to go to med school. So you major in biology, you get a business minor, you want to open a practice one day when you get out of med school. You may pick this entrepreneurship certificate up just to help you lay that foundation of how to be an entrepreneur. So again, encourage you to check all of these out. If you're not a business or hospitality or an entrepreneurship major, check out our minors. And then even if you are one of our majors, certainly check out our certificates as well. So we are about out of time. In fact, we are out of time, but I wanted to throw this page back up for you one more time. These are the sessions that we have upcoming. And again, if you visit this link that I have at the bottom, bit.ly/ECU COB live, it will take you to our orientation page and all the information you need about those events and all the information you need about how to join the live sessions is included on that webpage. And if you've got questions about the college or about our major, I encourage you to reach out to our academic advisors. The email address to our advising center is down at the very bottom of this page. It's cobadvising@ecu.edu. So thank you all for your time. Please join us at 2 o'clock. If you've got questions, you'll have an opportunity to ask those to the panel at that time. And we look forward to seeing you in the fall. Go Pirates! Arrgh.